Welcome back to the Dental Business Guide. I'm George, and once again we're here with Nikita, and we're going to change things up. Nikita now wants to ask me questions, so fire away.
Yeah, so I thought I'd switch up today and I would be the one asking George questions because today we're going to talk about video content and George has a lot more knowledge on this topic than I do. So I thought it'd be fun to switch it around. So my first question for you, George, is if I have a dental practice, what sort of video content should I be putting out on my social media?
So, social media, you want small snippets of information. The thing is, people scroll through their feed and stuff like that, and if you don't capture someone with a video in the first 5 seconds, you've lost them. So really, I mean, you want to get your point across as quickly as possible. No one wants to be watching a 15-minute video you rambling on. So I think if you want to do an advert, if you want to do a walkthrough of your practice, for example, then yes, definitely do that. But I think stick it about 30-second mark. But make sure the first 5 seconds are punchy, are key, so people can actually engage with it and they want to continue viewing for the rest of that 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And do you think I should be posting videos of my team? Like, what sort of content should I be putting out in, the team, or was it more teeth related information, or is it just those people should find, those practice owners should find out what their, unique selling point is and then post about that? What sort of
more or
content?
less with video, you just want to film and edit and upload everything and anything. At the end of the day, like, it's video is just there. So the way I put it is, as people say, video is it's photos 24 times a second, so I find video is more convincing, because my background is real estate, so I would do real estate films, you name it, and my selling point with it was the films I create, they're true, they're real. With photos, you can, like, real estate photography, it's great, but you have the big wide angle lens that distorts the room. It makes the room feel a lot bigger than it actually is. With video, I mean, sure, I use a wide angle lens, but it creates a sense of depth. It has a sense of reality to it. And same thing with dental practices. So if you just keep having photos, might seem like that stock photo surgery, like that stock photo practice, if you will. But with video, you're showing the real patients, the real dentist, the real place in its correct lighting and all that. Like, it just has that sense of reality to it and personal touch, if you will.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. It's all about real, especially with what we're posting on social media. You don't want to, you don't want to look like that stock image practice, like you said. So
Yeah.
definitely, you'd say make it authentic content.
Yeah, no, without a
Real
doubt, definitely
content.
authentic. Yeah.
Okay. And so how would that relate with, when I'm trying to make an ad for my practice? How would I go about making an ad? If I've never made an ad before, how would you help me with that?
So, okay, so I'm a videographer by trade. This is my livelihood. This is my living. I know what I'm doing, but to the average Joe, you probably have no idea where to start, and you'll probably buy some camera or just use your iPhone. Believe it or not, your phone is one of the best cameras you can use because it's quick and easy. Like, for example, Nikita, your social media, doing small snippets of video is so key. But to go back onto your question with having an ad, at the end of the day, you can make it how you want to make it. Like, you were using your iPhone. As long as your audio is good, I think you'll be fine. Because you can really tell the difference between an expensive camera and a expensive camera with terrible audio and a cheap camera with great audio are two very different things. And believe it or not, people have actually preferred the expensive audio. So if I was to say anything like that, I would say to do an advert is, first of all, say what you want to have. What do you want your advert to do? What's its purpose? Really, that's the main thing. If your purpose is to drive sales, is to gain more patients, then I personally would look into investing the money into having a company do this for you, do an advert for you. So, for example, like hiring a videographer just for the week. Have a freelance videographer. You can it will charge you probably. To be honest with you, I don't know what the going rate is, but you can be looking at spending £500-600 on a decent video, on a decent advert, which then on previous podcasts we've mentioned about marketing it. about running adverts with that video. And that's the way Facebook works. It's great. You can run these adverts, you run these videos, and the way you need to look at it is if you can get one sale out of that video, you probably made your money back in the long term. And I think this is what you need to be looking at. Because yes, you can make your own advert, and I encourage you to. But I think for big things like this, I would definitely suggest potentially, looking into hiring a videographer for the day and just filming a load and going from there, really.
No, that's a great bit of advice, because actually that was going to be one of my next questions, that should I hire a videographer, but you've just answered that. So yeah, definitely you think that people should definitely have a videographer on hand, or on speed
just have
dial.
someone in your phone book, that's all, and that you can call and just say, hey, look, we need this and this. He'll come, film a bit, edit it, and then give it to you.
Definitely.
And that's the thing.
That's really important.
But what I stress though is film yourself as much as you can, as anything and everything. Film one of your dentists talking about who they are. It's putting a voice mainly and a face to the people. Everyone has on their website the About Me, where you got the list of the dentists with all their qualifications and their little blurb about me. But you can't convey personality through text. You can't you can't convey picture. Exactly. So I think video is certainly key about that. You just have a quick 30-second, as I said, video just about who the dentist is. That's all it. Because when people are looking for a new dental practice, they're not just going on the website, they're not just talking to their friends, they're also nowadays going through their social media. And what happens if would I choose the dental practice that doesn't post anything to social media but has good reviews on Google, for example, or I go with the company that seems to be engaging with their patients, seems to be putting out information, making you feel more relaxed and at home. And I think that's definitely the angle and the way you should be going with it.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think as well, don't underestimate, like what you said, don't underestimate the power of your iPhone or your phone camera, because they're so good nowadays. And like you said, as long as you've got good quality, good sound, that's all you need, and just keep being consistent with it. So one question I have for you, quality versus quantity. Would you rather be putting one quality video out a week, or quantity, whether you're putting a video a day? What do you prefer?
That's a really good question, actually, because there's two different arguments you have. So obviously, as we've said before, is with Instagram, you want to be posting every single day. The repetition, you want to have that, that presence. But then also you don't want it to be just random things. You want it to be structured and well thought out. So there are two arguments to it. There is, should you post multiple videos a week, or should you just post one? And as you said, and then that is kind of the $1 million question, really, is because for me personally, I'm a perfectionist. I like things to be perfect. I like them to be the exact way I envisioned it. Yeah. But Arun has, Arun, the managing director of Samera, has said, well, I just want to post things. I just want to get that content out there. So we've been having some arguments in the past about this, but at the end of the day, we're two different mindsets. Arun just wants to publicize his practice and his business, and I just want to create content I'm proud of. So it
depends. It depends on what you're posting, right?
Yeah,
so like
more or less.
With social media, like I said before, I'd mix it up. So I would do some one day pictures, one day, video ads, this and that. So mix it up. But when it comes to video, say a video ad, you want to get that quality, right? Because you want that's going to be going out.
You want it to be shareable, because definitely with an ad, you want that quality to be perfect. You don't want a single thing gone wrong. Because you've seen some videos where the end of it, they leave like a 4-second just black video, that black clip. You don't want that. That's giving off the wrong signals. But then, if it's a video about a walkthrough of the practice that's on your Instagram feed, quantity is fine. You do things like that. It's, as you said, it really depends on what you're trying to do. I would say, for me personally, I'm more of a quality over quantity, but maybe quantity is better in some sense. To be honest with you, it's anyone's guess, really.
Yeah,
of
it's
what
up to them
works.
what they kind of
It's
feel
yeah,
like
it's what you're
posting on
using
their
it
socials.
for. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, okay, you've already kind of touched on how you would get people to watch your videos or watch your ads. So what would be the main things you said before in the beginning that you need to have capture that person's attention straight away, right?
Yeah. No,
And what
straight
other
away.
things would you say that you would people should put in their ads, or they should, what tips should they be using to capture,
Yeah.
patients'
So
attention?
being different, standing out, being that one shiny object in a sea of green. It to be different. This is the thing. It's just to stand out in the 21st century, and especially in 2021 now, where everything is online. It's very, very difficult to make a video go viral. For example, it's it is very, very difficult, and it's hit and miss. Sometimes you can think you've got the greatest idea for a viral video, and it absolutely tanks. But other times you just think, I'm just going to post this. It's not that great, and it gets millions and millions of views. It's a very difficult thing to predict. So to get people to watch your videos, I mean, realistically, you need it to be engaging. You need it to be relatable. You need it, as I've said before, is get them in the first 5 seconds, because more or less it's we live in a society of bite-sized information. Like BBC News now have got the quick bites of news, because people are too busy. People are on their phones and they're just
Yeah.
scrolling. They're just absorbing information as quickly as they can. So if you have a video that's really informative, but either the intro or the introduction to the video is just not adequate, you're going to lose those people. You're going to lose those viewers.
Yeah.
So to get people to watch your videos, I would say definitely quickly get them entertained, and that's either by comedy or by music, by text. And that's another thing, is text. Maybe perhaps don't use too much text, like a good paragraph of text, because people will just look at that and go, I don't really have time to read all that. And also because it's a video, you just want to be told the information. So more or less, I would say just make it as quirky and as different as possible. Use bright colours and all this lot, really.
Yeah, no, I think that's great points to make, that, those are the things people should be looking out for. And I just like to add that when you said about people are wanting to just scroll quickly on their phones, definitely in terms of social media, I'd say if you're going to make a video, you're going to post any videos, make it like 30 seconds to a minute max, because
Oh, yeah,
people
absolutely
don't want
max.
to sit there and they don't want to watch long videos anymore. They
No,
just want the quick information, right? And then keep
quick
it
bites of
moving, keep
information.
it
That's all
scrolling.
people want, yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely a good piece of advice, that make sure you're making quick, informative, quick videos, and it'll keep people watching and keep them engaged, because yeah, long videos is something that's of the past now, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
So
exactly.
definitely.
Even YouTube, for example, 5 years ago, the goal was to create as long of videos as possible and gain their attention throughout. Nowadays, I mean, I say that nowadays YouTubers want to get to the 10-minute mark, because they can have, I think it's two or three adverts inside the video, so they basically make more money from it.
Yeah.
But no, more or less, I think quick bites of information are certainly becoming the norm.
Yeah.
Really. So
That was going to be one of my last questions to you, was with YouTube. So do I need, if I'm a dental practice owner, do I need YouTube when I'm opening my practice? Is it something that I need at the beginning, or something that you would recommend?
So I personally think YouTube is the kind of thing, YouTube is the second biggest search engine going after Google, and obviously Google owns YouTube. So really, I would say yes, but not for the reasons you're thinking. I would say use YouTube to upload videos that you can then use the embed code on your website, more or less.
Okay.
Personally, I would do that.
And what does that mean, embed code, for people that don't understand what that
Right,
is?
so when you have a video on your website, an embed code, basically, instead of you linking to the website, you can watch the video inside your page on your website.
Right,
Because with social media videos, again, as I said before, it's you want it to be quick information. With YouTube, I think it's more or less, it's not a game changer if you don't have it, but
right.
also it's one of those things that it's not expected of you, but it's starting to become that
Like
norm.
you just said, you can use that in your website. I think that looks really, really
Exactly.
nice, really, really professional when people do that. When you can watch the
Yeah.
video right
Because
in the
one
website, I
thing,
think it looks amazing.
yeah, well, one thing I absolutely love is on the About Me page, is again how we're saying about videos, making that personal touch, is having that personality. Is on your on your website when you have the About Me, you click on individual dentists or the associates or nurses, and you have a quick 30-second video hosted on YouTube of who that person is. You know, give them a quick, brief description of where they studied, why they wanted to get into dentistry, and all that lot. And I think that gives it that personal touch. It truly does.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you and everything you said. And like you said, you don't need YouTube, but it's a good tool to use when you are
Yeah,
starting up as well. So it's not something that you need to be regularly posting on, right? But it's something that you can definitely use. It's great for your website. But yeah, I think definitely with video content, like we've said, hire a videographer if you can.
if you can,
Shoot
yeah,
as much, yeah, shoot as much content as you can in maybe one day. Get simple ads made, and like you said, get genuine, real content of your team. And just, I think it will help patients see that you're real on social media, not just trying to get the numbers up or just post loads of pictures. You're actually showing the real side to your business. So I think, yeah, it's definitely hit the nail on the head with all video content.
of
Is there anything
course, yeah.
else you'd like to add, George?
One thing is I just thought of is when you do videos and you're doing videos of your patients, especially release forms. A release form
Yeah.
is just completely key because you don't want to be 5 years down the line where your video then goes viral and that patient's like, I don't actually want my face to be on the video anymore, and you unfortunately then have to take the video down because you haven't got written permission to film to have their
Yeah.
person on film. So I think you can get free templates online and that lot, and I highly recommend them.
Yeah,
And
no,
I think
it's
that's
something that we do as well with Samera and obviously the Neem Tree. We get written permission from all of our patients that
yeah,
have agreed to be on social media. It just makes things a lot easier. It just covers your back as well.
yeah, it's
You've
just
got their
hassle free
signature.
for your future self, really, because
Yeah, no, exactly.
99% of the time the patient's absolutely happy with it and won't have a problem with it, but it's that 1% that can really
Yeah.
more or less screw you over in the down the line.
Yeah.
So
Another tip would be as well, I've had in the past, that they're happy for you to use their face in the video, but they might not want their name. So sometimes
yeah,
just remember, if they don't want their full name or they don't, just ask them that
of
beforehand and
course,
say,
yeah,
are you okay with us using your full name? Or if you're not, or, they don't even have to put a name there. Just put that our patient at the whatever clinic you are, practice you are. So
yeah,
bear in mind these little tips and little things to note really for future videos.
of course. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for helping me come out of my shell and answering questions about video. I've always been the one interviewing, haven't I? Really? So
Yeah, and it was nice to be the interviewer today.
I know to just sit quiet in the corner. Yeah, I'm too complacent with it. So yeah, no. Well, I hope that helps you understand everything about video and all that lot. It's one of those things that people overlook more or less.
Yeah.
People think photos is the way forward, and unfortunately, I think it's the other way around.
Yeah,
With
and don't
video,
be scared. Don't be scared to put videos out. Do it and try it. You're not going to know unless you try it, right?
exactly. And also you're not going to gain traction overnight. It's going to be something you have to have that repetition with, and all that
Yeah,
lot. So
agreed.
yeah. Well, anyway,
Definitely.
thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.